practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now! 49, guys. 180! 180, we're good, we're good! 180! Check it out, that's it!
To throw again on second down. Carr, a screen to Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Now, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air. And
he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down.
A 46-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. An incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Bell. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Here we go.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Carr completes it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
It's 4th and goal at the 2-yard line.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they face a difficult 3rd and 12 coming up. On 3rd down, Locke. And able to find Green. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line.
50 seconds to Mike. I got it.
Ready? On 2nd and 12, Locke. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They do go for it. It's Locke. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Hey, Charlie.
On first down. Carr dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Carr caught here by Bell. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
29.
Shotgun now for Carr. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. This is caught by Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. The tackle there by Brian Poole. The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Locked to throw for it on 4th. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they got themselves a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Throwing now is Locke. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And this is complete. It's Allen. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Carr. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 42 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Come on, set, 50, plant. Check, walk 54, walk 54. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Locke now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Locke now on first down. It's Williams on the catch. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 31, Carr, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 4. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Bell sheds him off. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell in the final seconds of the first half as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
And that's a terrific score. And now, what are we going to do here? Do you go for 2?
You know what the people at home want.
Everybody wants to go for 2. The analytics people probably want them to go for 2. I bet they kick the extra point. We've got a whole second half left to play.
Now, we get a look at it here, but, hey, whatever the case, big-time play before the end of the second quarter.
93. Hey, echo.
The final shot here before half for Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I got him. Switch. Pilot, 64, weak. Now.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Jets have got it. Well, a gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Carr now on first down. That's complete to Slayton. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this.
Let's get it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side with Bell. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Well, the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it with Bell. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
And the Jets first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll throw with Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Locke gonna go on 4th down. And Allen's got it. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Locke again. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Locke now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Locke going to throw. The quick slant caught. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Justin Jackson, his 4th touchdown on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or not? And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They'll give this to Bell running right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
52's the mark, boys. 52. Go, go, go. My 52. Later one. It's just me and you. My 52, my 52. Okay, double up, double up, double up, double up. Bravo.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Here we go. 18 Gator. So we got man. They go.
On 2nd and 12, Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Come on, set. 91.
On 1st down, Locke. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw it is Locke. Caught by Allen. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Recon, 132 fighter. 54. Focus, defense, focus.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Bell running on 1st down as he'll push forward for about 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
On 2nd and 7, Carr.
Push him back.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. There defensively was Nasir Adderley making a nice play.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
52, black 52, 52.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Steps away to his left. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From just shy of midfield, Locke under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing his Locke on third down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Marcus May with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe just sitting out and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Desmond King picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got Allen. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. He's going to go up top again. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Carr. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And the pressure gets to him again. Jerry Tillery, and that will force a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
Down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Jamal Adams coming up from the safety spot to make the play. They'll actually throw it with Locke. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Johnson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Back to throw. Locke. He's going to fire one deep over the... And that's caught inside the 35. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
First down and goal to go.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
To Johnson again. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the home team here, they move a step closer to 500 as their record.